Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, and I am very happy and impressed to have this next guest on our program. Why? Because we're coming up on September 11th, and as you may remember, obviously we lost a lot of lives, but certainly one area that is often forgotten, and it's hard to imagine how that would be the case, were the first responders, our firefighters. 343 of them lost their lives that day as they went in to rescue people who were in desperate condition, in desperate shape. And that's why we have Brandon Heany here, and he is here with the Tribute Crucible, and Tribute Crucible, I should say. And I'm so excited to have you here. This is such an important project you guys have been working on. This is the second year.
Second year, yeah, I really appreciate it. We're going in our second year, really excited about it.
Talk about this tribute, as we mentioned, to all these firefighters that were lost in 9/11. This is, you mentioned this in an email that I read, where it's one thing to go out and maybe do a run or something difficult physically to sort of show respect to these lives and to look back, but to you is more important to look not only that but also the mental side of this.
Definitely, our overall goal is to literally carry on the spirit and the legacies of those men that died, that it wasn't just a date, 16 years ago, but they continue to live on. And so we try to impart that spirit into our participants. And so through a series of physical and mental challenges, we try to open them up emotionally to our message and what we pay tribute to. And like you said, we pay tribute to the 343 firefighters that died, and we do it in a unique way. It's Wasatch Mountain State Park, over 30 hours of tribute. No sleeping, lots going on. It's pretty cool. Wow.
Firemen understand this. You're a fireman. My family, firefighters for 10 generations, I think even more than that perhaps. And when you think about that, what firemen have in common, that is this goal to put their own lives aside for a moment and focus on rescuing and taking care of others. As a fireman, talk about that, what that really means to other firemen, why this mental challenge is part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the weight of the work kind of weighs you down a little bit, just knowing what could happen. And so there's actually a lot of humor and joking within the firehouse to kind of alleviate that a little bit, just that undertone that you understand when you sign up, like your brother, like you're going into the fire with him with an expectation that if he goes down, you're pulling him out, and same thing vice versa. If I go down, he's pulling me out. And I think that's across the board, right, throughout the fire service.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, the work that firefighters do, the selflessness of that job, from everything from, of course, the city fire, which of course you're Salt Lake City Fire, to the folks that do wildland. Those challenges already hard, but when you think about the risk, it just raises that bar so high.
Absolutely, and I think that's part of the enjoyment for us, right? Like, we enjoy putting ourselves in that position. Yeah. We train for it. We go through the academy for it. We go to work. Checking all of our gear, we're ready to go do those sorts of things. And so part of our goal with the Tribute Crucible, our motto is always remember, always ready. Those men that ran towards the towers, they didn't necessarily know that day that the towers were going to collapse, right? But they were prepared to run not in but up. Yeah. No matter what. And so we try to teach our participants a few fundamental classes that they can take away. We have a wilderness medicine course within our 32 hours.
That's awesome.
We have a little SWAT school, 3-hour SWAT school within our class. We bring in a Brazilian black belt jiu-jitsu guy,
That's great.
And he does a 2-hour hand-to-hand combat course. So it's not just trying to beat people down for 30 hours, right? We give them little segments that they can hopefully create a foundation to build upon when they leave.
Wow, that is really neat. You really hit on a couple of things there, but I think, and it may not be the way that a fireman wants to be thought of, or a firefighter, I should say, to include our female firefighters as well, but preparing to be a hero. There is kind of a part of that, isn't it? I mean, it's something that I think you all strive for, right? Being a hero is a good thing.
Right, and I think that's just, for us, it's just work, right? Like, you go to work, And if that comes to play, right, you're in a position, hopefully, that you've prepared yourself to help somebody and rescue somebody. But you don't sign up to be a hero. You know, and you definitely don't try to be looked at that way. It's just part of the job.
Well, we know at the end of the day, you guys are heroes. The work challenging. Look at this. We even got the aerial rescue part of this.
Yeah, we had AirMed come in and do a little class on how to set up an LZ and if you had to get a patient down out of the mountains.
Oh, it's excellent stuff. I'm excited for this event. Where can we find out more?
Definitely, you can we're searchable on Instagram and Facebook. Tribute Crucible, have a website, tributecrucible.org, and you can come see us at Soldier Hollow. We're having a big celebration to celebrate the lives of the fallen, to celebrate the accomplishments of our athletes, and then to raise money for our 2 charities. We're having a big barbecue about 3:45 at Soldier Hollow. We'll have fire trucks on scene, live music, barbecue. I welcome anybody that wants to come out.
Yeah, what's the date for this?
September 9th.
September 9th,
yep.
This Saturday, over at Soldier Hollow. What a great place to have that. There's another celebration over here at Soldier Hollow, that wonderful place. Perfect for this. Tribute Crucible. Thank you so very much for being here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brandon Heany. We've got a lot more coming up on the Mountain Morning Show. We're in the kitchen. We're doing all kinds of stuff. So you'll want to stay tuned to the Mountain Morning Show. We'll be back right after this.